holiday recently to Paris, really nice holiday. It was a good holiday because I went with people who didn't mind being touristy, right? I hate going on holiday with people who don't want to be touristy. It's like, get over yourself. You're a tourist. You're here to do the touristy stuff. The touristy stuff is actually the fun part of the place. Otherwise, you're just living there, aren't you? Oh, Phil, the Eiffel Tower is a bit touristy. All right, then let's go to the dentist and do a big shop. It's like, what do you want? Let's check out some local commutes.
Boom, there you go. It's your boy Kuya P. Nerds Rule the World. Phil Wang's second Netflix stand-up special, Wang In There, Baby, arrives on Netflix on September 3rd. I'm Kuya P. Nerds Rule the World. Joining me, as you see on the screen, comedian, larger than life, Mr. Phil Wang. How are you, Phil?
I'm good, Kuya. Thanks so much for that beautiful intro.
I'm trying, man. Thank you. Got to give the energy. I'm an empath. You know, when we're doing these press stuff, it's all about that energy exchange. So you're celebrating right now. We're throwing flowers at you because you got your new special, man. Yeah,
it's exciting. The room is flowers everywhere. I'm drowning in flowers, as you can see on your backdrop already. Drowning in flowers. Yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm thrilled that the special's coming out. It's my second special. It's my favorite stand-up show I've ever made. I'm really looking forward to people watching it and hopefully liking it.
I can't wait to see it. To prep today, I checked out Philly Wang Wang. I think it was
the last special,
your first special on there. So I'm excited to see how you're going to bring the laughs and just the subject material in this one. If we can, without spoiling, because we want everybody to tune in. One of the things I enjoyed and one of the things I connected in regards to the last one is I'm an Asian American myself, and that Euro Asian element, of being kind of the quote unquote mixed kid, if you will.
Yeah.
What can we expect in Wang In There, Baby, and the type of subjects you're going to talk about in this one?
Well, I mean that comes up pretty much straight away. Actually, the mixed race element. That is my perspective, right? I think every comedian. I think Jerry Seinfeld said that every comedian only really has 10 minutes. And I think there's a truth to that. Like every show you're taking different angles a lot of the time about the same thing, which is yourself, right? And my defining characteristic of my career has always been my ethnicity and my mixed heritage. As I become more established and more confident in myself, I feel freer to talk about other things too. And there's plenty of that in the special as well. But it always I find it always comes back to this perspective of being mixed race, being sort of half foreign and my outsider perspective coming from that, So it starts off with this routine about rice and the difference in attitudes between white people and Asian people about rice, and it expands from there into other observations and other jokes and routines and experiences. May I ask what your Asian heritage is?
Filipino. I'm that dirty South Asian. But I love that you touch upon that with your material because, again, like you were saying, you got to reach them first, in that first 10 minutes. But we're so much more than that, and that's what I love about your content and your materials. That you bring them in there so they know we understand who we are, or we understand who we are, right? And then you reach them with everything else and show that we're so universal. But yeah, totally. I'm that dirty South Filipino.
Why do you keep saying dirty?
That's what they say, but I'll claim it. Okay, whatever.
The Filipinos are coming through now, man. Filipinos are cool. I feel like all of East Asia and Southeast Asia is like on this sort of treadmill, of people becoming cool. Like it was the Japanese, and then like the Koreans. I mean, I think it's still the Koreans, to be honest. But
they're on top. They're on top right now.
But the Chinese are starting to get cool
Netflix
now. Yeah, big time, and the cinemas and everywhere. Chinese starting to get cool. Filipinos starting to get cool. Like there's more of the Filipino food is starting to become a thing. I don't know how it is in the States, but you can get Filipino food, and I always find charting that progress interesting. But I do still find that if you're performing stand-up in a Western, mostly white country or context, your ethnicity is always kind of this elephant in the room. And I feel like I might be wrong, but I always feel like I have to address it at some point. And so I quite like just addressing it straight away in the special and just getting straight into it.
I dig it. So with this special, I have a lot of friends that are comedians. I've been told I should take that path on occasion, but I don't know, just in front of the crowd, I'm more of a pre-recorded person. But
where are you based? Where in the States are you?
Washington, D.C. area.
Oh, sick. Yeah. I played what's the venue? It's like an old cinema. It's like
the Alamo. It's like the Alamo, I think, or Draft House.
Draft House. Yeah.
You're coming to town. When?
No, I did it.
Oh,
on my American tour, I was in the Draft House. That's where I was in DC. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna have to catch you next time.
Yeah, it's a crazy venue. It's like an old cinema, and everyone sat in office chairs. I loved it.
Yes, it's so weird.
I really liked it, man. DC is a great city. Hot, swampy. I was there recently. I was filming a little British TV show there a few months ago. God damn, it's hot, man. But those crab cakes.
Yes, we do have the best. Maryland.
Wow.
Takes the top.
Blue claw crab.
I got lost in the sauce, but I'm having fun with you.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I got distracted.
No worries. I want to make sure I'm promoting you and doing all I can. Again, everybody, Wang In There Baby arrives on Netflix on September 3rd. You toured with this Wang In There Baby, and until it led up into this recording special. Like most of my comedian friends, you run that circuit, and then you kind of do the special, and then you kind of move on to new material. Is that kind of like where you're going, and you're already working on like that next line? Is that kind of like the same kind of way you inhabit your comedic take on things?
I mean, I have gigs scheduled for like September 4th, 5th.
Kill it.
The days after the special comes out, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, what material I got. So I'm like, tomorrow I've got a new material gig. Sunday I've got a new material gig. I'm already trying to write the next hour of stand up, just keep ticking over ideas, keep coming up with new ideas. So it is endless, the cycle of coming up with new stuff. But having a special, I mean, I'm blessed. I'm #blessed to be able to say that I draw a line under my hour of material with a Netflix special. I really appreciate how fortunate I am to be able to say that. So it doesn't get much better, I think, than that. So I'm very, very grateful.
Awesome. Excited. So yeah, looking forward to this, and then where you're going to go to with your comedy now. And one of those things I'm curious, because I know you're a gamer. I saw you're all about the gaming. You also have a pod out there, much like myself.
I presented the BAFTA Games Awards this year. Yeah, in the UK.
So the nerd in me is like, what are you playing right now?
I'm a bit embarrassed. Because I got real busy over the last couple of years. My gaming just dropped off, but because of the BAFTA Awards, I was able to get back into it. And so I'm playing catch up. I'm currently playing. I just finished Dave the Diver, which was nominated this year. Awesome game. So
that's a real cool artsy kind of like cartoonish 2D, game.
Again, Korean game where you harpoon fish in the day, and at night you run a sushi restaurant and you serve.
That's so awesome.
But then there's this awesome story that emerges underwater and everything. It's really cool. Now I'm playing God of War Ragnarok, which I literally bought years ago, and I never found the opportunity to start. Thing is, I love the God of War series so much. I built it up in my head so much. I was like, it's not the time. It's not good enough time. I don't have enough time. I want to start this properly. I want to do this properly. And I just put it off month after month after month. And I finally got going on God of War Ragnarok, and it's unbelievable. I love it so much. I just love these, like, this modern brand of The Last of Us, God of War, kind of immersive HBO feeling adventure. And like the heart-wrenching emotional depth of games that can be created these days. I just think it's so exciting and so fantastic, and I'm so glad to be back playing games.
I love it. I wish I had more time too. Like, with so many things that we're doing. I'm a filmmaker, so it's just time.
Totally. I'm now like, I seek out games that are more focused. When I was a teenager, I would think, oh wow, Grand Theft Auto is huge. It could take forever to finish, and now I'm like, get that away from me. I need something with a linear path that I will finish eventually.
I love that. So you got Wang In There, baby. You're hosting the gaming awards, new material coming, but you're also you were dancing in Wonka. Are we still
Timothée
acting
Chalamet
as well?
Yeah, I was just filming something in Manchester last week. I got to polish off my Manchester accent. That was really fun. Yeah, man, the acting is a fun thing to also be doing. It exercises a different muscle.
Yes,
and it's I think a stand-up needs it, because doing stand-up, it's all about yourself, and acting is actually about other people. And it's healthy, I think, as a performer to be dragged out of yourself and to be forced to acknowledge that you need to be able to work with other people and it's not all about you. I think improv is good for this as well. I don't know if you or your friends do a lot of improv, which is huge over there. But I find improv is really healthy because it makes a stand-up stop thinking about themselves. And acting is the same. So yeah, I really, really enjoy it.
So speaking of improv, and again, all of these things, you know, video games, your latest special, Wang In There, baby, acting, there's comedy in there. And have you thought about maybe, you know, ingesting that with, you know, going forward, or can you speak to that? I think there's a lot of funny in there as well. So just half curious if any of those are inspiring you, and just where, you know, post Wang In There, baby, what more things we can laugh about and that can be poked fun of.
You mean subject matter wise?
Yeah, subject matter wise. You know, some of these acting experiences of late. You know,
as in other stories coming. Yeah, well, you know, I told a story on a chat show here that did well about filming Wonka, and like the table crashed, breaking underneath me when I was dancing, and I broke my arm. My first ever day on set on the movie, I broke my arm.
Are you a dancer, or how was that?
I am now. I wasn't at the time. But they trained me up, and yeah, it was embarrassing falling and breaking my arm in front of Timothée Chalamet. But hey, who else can get to say that? They broke the first limb ever dancing with Timothée Chalamet. It's better than a ski trip accident.
Awesome. Well, let's close this out, Phil. Man, again, it's a pleasure to chat with you. I can't wait to hear, obviously, from what I said, you know, what you're going to talk about next, because just you're an actor, you're a gamer. That's all the things that like peak of interest of me, as well as being an Asian American, but also we're much more than just who we are as well. But you're Asian, so you got a whole other experience too. I want to know about EDM Asians. Like, let me know.
What's EDM Asians?
You know,
like electric dance music.
Exactly. You know, because I was over there and there were a few of us. So I was like, back in the 90s, I was the one out there, I guess, being at the forefront for us Asians out there while I was out there. So, hey.
Sick.
I don't know. I was just out there, and there just wasn't enough of us out there. So,
big time. It's way better now though. There's so many East Asians out there. It's great.
I love it. So, Wang In There, baby. Can we just give a final promo on that? Why should people check that out and get their laugh on?
Hey, look, Wang In There, baby is my favorite stand-up show I've ever done. It's the silliest I've ever been. It's the most me, I think, I've ever captured myself in. And it's filmed in a beautiful room in the Globe in London. And I think and hope people really enjoy it. Wang In There, baby, September 3rd, only on Netflix.
There you go. Phil Wang In There, baby, arrives on Netflix on September 3rd. Prep yourself right now by checking out Philly Wang like I did. It's so much fun. Phil, again, a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time, man. Can't wait to see what you're gonna do next. Man, hopefully we can game sometime too if you're on the live.
Yeah, so I suck on multiplayer, but you'll probably enjoy that.
All right, y'all. Phil Wang, your boy Kuya P. Nerds rule the world.
See you, man.
All right, we are recording. All right, here we go in a 1, 2, 3.